Day 1, arrival in Istanbul. The moment I stepped off the plane, I felt the pulse of Istanbul welcoming me. My driver was waiting at gate 8, and as we drove through the bustling streets, I caught glimpses of mosques, street vendors, and the glittering Bosphorus. My hotel was cozy and inviting. After checking in, I wandered through nearby streets on my own. There was something magical about just sitting at a little cafe, sipping Turkish tea, and watching the world go by. Summary of the day: first breath of Istanbul, chaotic, warm, and utterly intriguing. Day 2, Istanbul City Tour. This was a dream come true. I stood inside the awe-inspiring Hagia Sophia, gazing at its immense domes and layers of history that blend Christianity and Islam. Then, at Topkapi Palace, walking through courtyards and past glittering treasures, I imagined the lives of sultans and concubines. The Blue Mosque left me breathless with its 6 slender minarets and those famous blue tiles. Lunch was delicious! Rich kebabs and fresh bread. Later, at the ancient hippodrome, I tried to picture roaring chariot races. And finally, the chaotic, colorful Grand Bazaar. I could have stayed there for days, bargaining for ceramics and scarves. Summary of the day: layers of empires and vibrant marketplaces. History feels alive here. Day 3, Bosphorus Day Tour. We began at the fragrant Egyptian bazaar, where cinnamon, cardamom, and saffron filled the air. Then came a moment I'll never forget. Cruising the Bosphorus, the strait dividing Europe and Asia. Mansions, palaces, and mosques lined the shore. I kept pinching myself. Was I really here? In the afternoon, we wandered through Fener and Balat, with their cobblestone streets and candy-colored houses. Instagram heaven. I paused at the cast-iron St. Stephen's Church, marveling at its ornate beauty. The day ended at Pierre Loti Cafe with a stunning sunset over the summary of the day: a tale of 2 continents wrapped in spice and sunlight. Day 4, flight to Cappadocia, North Cappadocia tour. We took an early flight to Kayseri, and soon the surreal landscapes of Cappadocia unfolded before me. Devrent Valley's whimsical rock formations looked like animals frozen in stone. In Pasabagi, Monk's Valley, I wandered among the fairy chimneys, their towering forms both eerie and beautiful. After lunch in Avanos, we admired intricate Turkish pottery and handcrafts. Garama Open Air Museum stunned me with its ancient cave churches. Uchisar Castle offered jaw-dropping panoramic views, and the whimsical Three Beauties fairy chimneys were the perfect photo op. Summary of the day: a landscape from another planet, touched by human faith and artistry. Day 5, South Cappadocia Tour. Our first stop was the Red Valley, where the morning light painted the rocks in crimson and gold. Then to the Valley of Love, White Valley. Those uniquely shaped chimneys had me both giggling and awestruck. The underground city of Sirhatli was like stepping into an ancient sci-fi novel. Dark, mysterious, and ingenious. Early Christians hid here centuries ago, and I could almost hear their whispers. In Kavisin, I marveled at stone houses carved into the cliffs. At Uchisar village, The castle called for another round of panoramic photos. The day ended with visits to a carpet workshop and an onyx and jewelry workshop, where artistry met centuries-old tradition. Summary of the day. From hidden cities underground to castles in the sky. Pure magic. Day 6, flight to Izmir Kusadasi. After breakfast, we flew to Izmir and headed straight to Kusadasi. The Aegean breeze greeted me like an old friend. I took a quiet afternoon stroll along the harbor, watched the sun dip into the sea, and felt a calm I hadn't known in days. Summary of the day. A peaceful pause between breathtaking chapters. Day 7, Pamukkale and Hierapolis. What a surreal day at Pamukkale! The white terraces looked like frozen waterfalls under the sun, so otherworldly I couldn't stop staring. I walked barefoot through warm, mineral-rich waters that felt like silk. Then, in Hierapolis, ancient ruins whispered of Roman splendor. The theater, basilica, and Roman baths painted a vivid picture of life centuries ago. Standing there, among ruins and cotton cliffs, I felt small and infinite all at once. Summary of the day. Nature and history in perfect harmony. Day 8, Ephesus, Virgin Mary's house, Basilica of St. John, leather fashion show. Stepping into Ephesus, I was blown away by the scale of the ancient city. The library, the theater, the temples, all so grand and timeless. At the house of Virgin Mary, peace enveloped me, and the Basilica of St. John, though a ruin, still radiated spiritual power. In the afternoon, we enjoyed a lively leather fashion show, modern Turkish creativity at its finest. We flew back to Istanbul that evening, tired but exhilarated. Summary of the day. From ancient columns to modern catwalks, Turkey surprised me again. Day 9, free day in Istanbul. Today, as I let myself wander, I sipped Turkish coffee near the Galata Tower, listened to street musicians, and admired the Bosphorus once more. I felt like I belonged here now. Summary of the day. My Istanbul. Chaotic, beautiful, unforgettable.